Well, we had a wonderful year this year at SC14 with our student cluster team. They came in second place overall, which we're supremely proud of. It's a huge jump. Second out of 12 teams. We just got barely edged out by TAC. And of course, we talked with them afterwards, and we're excited to renew the UT rivalry. We're really looking forward to doing this again next year on their home field in Austin. We were very proud of their results, both in their HPL run and in their general application runs. I was very proud of the way they conducted themselves. They were very genial. Everybody at the competition, I know, thought that we were in the top couple of teams as far as personality, skills, and we were definitely the dark horse to look out for. I couldn't be prouder if I tried. Another thing that I thought was really interesting is in their HPL run, they got about 3.25 gigaflops per watt. On last June's top Green 500 list, that would have actually gotten them 5th place in the Green 500. So these kids really optimized the stew out of their applications and did things that I just thought were fantastic. They also represented our university with a great deal of pride. And like I said, I just am excessively proud of this group. I'm looking forward to doing this again next year. Hopefully we can take it all home for the Vols. That'd be fantastic. We like to thank our sponsors, Cray, who got us what we needed at the last second, Mellanox, Intel, and NVIDIA, all of whom were of great help. The conference committee put together a wonderful thing for these guys last night and a great competition. And like I said, we look greatly forward to doing it again. We're going to send these kids back. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a couple of them to graduation, but I'd like to bring the rest of them back next year, and they're going to have to find some friends. And tonight we go out and we enjoy ourselves in New Orleans one last time before we fly home. So thank you.
You know, I think the student cluster competition is a great way to get students really interested in the HPC space. A lot of the students we talked to were in different scientific disciplines, and this is the first sort of exposure to supercomputing that they've had. And I think it really gives them, you know, some new avenues to pursue as they look at, you know, as they work through school and they see a couple of different opportunities. Without the competition, they might not ever be exposed to supercomputing. So I think it's a great thing for the students. I think it's a good thing for the industry. You know, what I liked is the energy of all of the students. You know, some of them, they've been up all night. You know, they're tired and everything, but once they get started, they're excited. You know, they're really happy to tell you about all the things they did. All of the teams did a great job. Great variety among what we saw. Some people were using clusters that were more from, you know, company-based, pre-built sort of things. Others sort of roll your own kind of cluster. Saw one team that did immersion cooling kinds of technology. So it was just the nice diversity among the different approaches that the teams took, and it was really fascinating to hear why they picked what they picked, why they used the configuration that they used. And it was great to see all the energy coming from the students and see them get all excited about participating in something like this. You know, I think prior experience really does help some of the teams. You know, as we talked to, some teams this was their very first year here. Other teams, they'd been here for several years. Not necessarily the same students, but that they had some team experience. And you could tell the ones that had some experience. It's like, well, you know, when we asked them about their configuration, it was like, well, you know, we tried this last year and that didn't work so well, so we tweaked it, and this is what we did this year. And you could see some of that experience. Some of the other teams are like, well, this is our first time here, and if we had to do it again, we'd probably do this, or we'd probably do this. And you can tell that there's a real learning experience that happens as they come. So yeah, I think you get a little bit of an edge up if you've been here before because you have some experience coming in.